And welcome back to episode 2 of the R50 Marathon. Today's album is Fly By Night, of course, their second effort and the first to introduce. To introduce, it's always the first one, right? You don't get introduced on the second time, right? But yeah, we got Neil in the band now, and we got him writing all the lyrics and absolutely just going absolutely crazy on all the drum tracks all the time, forever and ever. Well, maybe not forever, but for a long decade straight. Decade and a half. I don't know. He's really good. Okay, he's just really good. All right. Not speaking of really good, I'm sorry to say, but Fly By Night, TBH, is probably the weakest of their 70s stuff. Just gonna say it. I think everything else they released during this time period was better. Because besides the top 3 songs on this list, I don't listen to anything else from it. Nevertheless, we still got to talk about it, so let's dive right into Fly By Night. And kicking off our list today is going to be Rivendell. Oh, God. Okay, Rush have not cracked the code for clean songs yet. I mean, to be fair, if you like lame songs, I can see why you're a fan of this. But especially for the rest of this album, I'm not super into it. But it goes really ham the whole time. And then this song, it's kind of like Planet Caravan off Paranoid from Black Sabbath, where it's just so out of place. And I guess you can call it a break from the craziness, or at least it's in a different style than the rest. But I'm sorry, man, just because by the time you get to this point in the album, it's so painful to sit through. And couldn't it have at least been 2 minutes long? I mean, did it have to be 5 minutes? It's just the same thing over and over again, and it was a skip back then, it's a skip now, and it's a skip forever. And continuing on the train of skips, we have In the End, the final song in the album. And, the first 2 minutes are they're pretty soft and clean, following Rivendell. And then when you get to the last part of the song, it gets heavier, but it's still kind of lame. Sorry, I just think there's a whole lot of nothing on this song, and I definitely clock out of the album way before this song kicks in, because up next we have Making Memories, and I actually can't believe how many albums there are where I do not like the last 3 songs, because this is just another one of those where the last 3 I'm just like, wow, I never want to listen to these again. I mean, the only decent part of this song that I like are the acoustics. I think those are pretty solid. And I like the chords that Alex is playing. But other than that, nothing else to this song for me. And then up next, we are going to have Beneath, Between, and Behind. Fun fact, this was the first song Neil wrote lyrics to. Because I was just watching a video of Ed Getty's book tour where they're talking about it. And yeah, this is the first song he wrote lyrics for. And you're like, wow, it's a really fast song, because there was a lot of lyrics, so they have to play really fast to say them all. And to be fair, I don't know why I don't care about this song. The whole thing kind of shreds, but it's still a whole lot of nothingness to me. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's decent, I guess. I mean, it's like a C tier song, I suppose. So it's all right, but definitely not like the top 3 songs. And the song that is almost there, it's almost there for me, but not quite, Best I Can. I mostly just like the main riff. And, in an album, just compared to everything else we just talked about, it's definitely a step up from those. And I would kind of listen to the song occasionally, maybe. But it's still not quite there in that S tier of greatness. Like this album, these songs, it goes from a B straight up to an S. We skip A altogether because there are no A tracks. Top 3 are all S tiers, all right? So first up is going to be Bytor and the Snow Dog. Now this this is truly the first Rush epic, man. Like, from the very beginning, this thing, it just like kick-ass riff after kick-ass riff. And the only thing I would say is not great is in the solo, there's a lot of like whooshing and like all that crap going on. I don't know what's up with that, but besides that, everything else kicks ass, you know. And then it leads into that soft section, and then like the lead into that where there's like do ba da do ba da do ba da do ba, you know, that whole thing. And then in between you got like the crazy ass drum fills, and then every time they play that riff they play one note less, and then it kicks off, it breaks off into that very clean section. And yeah, it's really good. It's a really good song, and it's very good. And the runner-up, we're going to have the title track, Fly By Night. And, you know, maybe it's a tad bit overrated, you know? Like, it's in their top 5-7 songs, like most popular songs, and I don't know if it should be that high, but it is a classic. I mean, you know, it shows up in commercials, and it's, you know, I remember seeing it in a car commercial, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, it's still pretty solid, mostly because of the guitar work. I really like the riffs in it, and it do be kind of catchy as hell, especially the chorus. It's fun to sing along to. I guess that's why it's one of their most popular songs. But the song that should be even more popular, because it's even more good, is Anthem, which is my favorite song off Fly By Night. And just right from the beginning, man, right from the beginning, Neil comes into this band and just absolutely demolishes the first song he's in. Just damn. It's mostly because I really like Neil's playing in this song. Solo is wild. You know, you got Geddy losing his mind, as he does in every single goddamn song. And yeah, this is the one where there's like no easy parts in this song. Maybe the ba-na, ba-na, ba-ba. Like, that's the only playable section in this entire song. You know, just Alex is shredding the hell out of this song a whole bunch, and then the lead coming back into that main riff, and then the ending tom fills. It's just top tier Rush song, and deserves to be listened to more than the Fly By Night title track. Sorry. But yeah, that's going to be my list for Fly By Night. Tune in on Monday, where we will take a look at the album that almost killed the band. Oh my god. The album that almost killed the band with Caressa Steel. And I think it's just a tiny bit better. It's a tiny bit better than this album, but only really because of one song. And we'll talk about that on Monday. So I'll see you then.